Hello! About 80% of adults suffer from lower back pain, with postural dysfunction being one of the most common causes of this condition. Hyperlordosis is the most common form of postural dysfunction, and it is characterized by an anterior tilting of the pelvis and an hyperextension of the lower back. An anterior pelvic tilt is when the pelvis tilts or rotates forward. It is associated with muscle imbalances and is also known as lower cross syndrome. Hip flexors and the lower back muscles are typically shortened and tight. They would need to be stretched. The glute and abdominal core muscles are weak and inhibited. These muscles would need to be activated and strengthened. So you're going to ask, what are the most common causes of anterior pelvic tilt? Well, the first one is prolonged sitting, causing chronic shortening of the hip flexors, pulling the pelvis down. The corresponding weakening of the glutes make it impossible to resist the downward pull of the hip flexors. Secondly, wearing high heels. When you wear high heels, if there is no compensation in your body, your torso will lean forward as a result of the extra height from your shoes. As a consequence, the body compensates for this forward angle by hyperextending the spine, leading to hyperlordosis and an anterior tilting of the pelvis. Then we have abdominal obesity, which shifts the center of gravity forward. And then we have flat feet, which cause the corresponding internal rotation of the knees, and then the compensatory anterior tilting of the pelvis. Stand facing a wall with the feet hip width apart, place the hands on the wall for balance. Take a step back with the left foot, slightly bend the right knees, ensuring that it does not move past the toes. Squeeze the buttock muscles and keep them under the hips. You should notice a gentle pulling sensation in the front of your left hip and thighs. Tightness of the hip flexors, usually due to prolonged sitting, is one of the main causes of anterior pelvic tilt and lower back pain. The tightness of the hip flexors will inhibit the function of your glutes, and they therefore need to be stretched before you perform any glute activation exercises. Kneel down into a lunge position with your hips and knees bent at 90 degrees. Push your hips forward, but don't lean backward into your spine. You should feel a stretch in the front of your hip and down the thigh. You can intensify the stretch by raising your right hand and stretch it over to the left. Hold the stretch for 30 to 60 seconds, breathing slowly and relaxing into the stretch. Well, as we have mentioned previously, tightness of your hip flexors causes reciprocal inhibition of your gluteal muscles. So once your hip flexors have been stretched, you can go ahead and activate and strengthen your glutes. You can actually kill two birds with one stone with this fabulous exercise, plank with hip extensions, working your core and glute at the same time. Plank with leg circles. Make 5 small circles in each direction. This is 1 repetition. Perform 3 to 4 repetitions and then repeat on the other side. This exercise primarily targets the glutes and to a lesser degree, the hamstrings and the lower back. It also promotes a healthy hip joint. It is a great opportunity to work the abdominals. This exercise combines stretching and strengthening of the major muscle groups on both sides of the body and promote balance and improve overall function in your hips. Side plank leg raise is one of the best exercises to improve the strength in the gluteus medius. Glute medius weakness is common with prolonged sitting. Strengthening of this muscle can be beneficial for improving lower limbs biomechanics and reducing symptoms in conditions such as lateral knee pain. Child's pose is a beginner's yoga pose that stretches the muscles of the lower back. This pose is deeply relaxing. It promotes flexibility, stress relief, and helps circulation to the muscles, joints, and disc of the lower back. The aim of a forward bend is to stretch out any tightness in the tissue along the entire back surface of the body, from the connective tissue on the soles of the feet, to the muscles along the backs of the calves and thighs, to the back of the hips, right the way along the muscles and connective tissue at the back of the torso, alongside the spine and across the back of the shoulders. If you like this video, please make sure you hit the like button, share and comment on this video. Please also subscribe to my channel, Tang Fitness. If you do suffer from lower back pain, please take a look at my book, A Practical Guide to the Self-Management of Lower Back Pain, which is available from Amazon. Thank you so much for watching.